Once an old wise man said, "If you ever wish to have one of these three, knowledge, money, or power, you must use the other two." The crowd around him had gone silent. Some smiled in confusion. Some nodded as if they understood. But one boy stood there still, curious and quietly burning inside with questions. His name was Hatim. He was 19, the kind of age where you think you'll conquer the world, but have no map in your hands. Hatim came from a small, dusty town where dreams usually died before they even took shape. His father was a tailor, his mother a quiet woman who stitched her love into the same shirts her husband sold on the roadside. Every night, Hatim would sit on the rooftop and stare at the stars, whispering to himself, "One day, I'll be someone great. One day, people will know my name." But what he never knew was dreams cost something. One evening, while returning from the market, he saw a small crowd gathered near the old banyan tree. An old man sat there, long white beard, wrinkled hands, eyes like mirrors that had seen too much. He wasn't just any old man. People called him Baba Sadiq, the wise one. He never asked for money, never sold advice. He simply spoke, and somehow, every word felt like a mirror to your soul. That evening, Baba said something that would echo in Hatim's life forever. If you wish for knowledge, use money and power wisely. If you wish for money, use knowledge and power wisely. If you wish for power, use knowledge and money wisely. But the fool who wants all three loses everything. Hatim couldn't sleep that night. He kept repeating the words knowledge, money, power. "What does that even mean?" he whispered. He was too young to understand that wisdom is like rain. You only feel it when you've walked long enough in the desert. The next morning, Hatim made a decision. He wanted money. He was tired of seeing his father's tired eyes and his mother skipping meals to save rice. So he left town, promising he'd return rich. He worked at a shop in the city, sleeping in the storeroom, eating once a day, and saving every coin. He watched how his boss cheated customers, manipulated prices, and smiled while doing it. At first, Hatim hated it, but slowly greed started whispering, "This is how the world works. Either cheat or be cheated." So Hatim learned. He started his own little business, selling cheap goods with fancy words. Money began to flow, but so did arrogance. He forgot his father's simplicity, his mother's prayers, and Baba's words. When people asked for help, he'd smirk and say, "Work hard like me." He became rich, but empty. One night during a storm, lightning hit a transformer near his warehouse. Fire spread like madness. By morning, everything was gone: his goods, his savings, his pride. Hatim stood in the ashes, watching his dream turn into smoke. He went back home, broke and lost. His father hugged him without saying a word. That silence hurt more than any fire. Months passed. One day, while walking near the fields, Hatim saw a group of children studying under a tree. The teacher was using chalk on a broken piece of wood. Hatim sat nearby, quietly listening. When he saw how hungry those children were to learn, something inside him shifted. He realized money could be lost, but knowledge could rebuild everything. So he decided to study. He worked during the day and attended night school. Years went by. He became a teacher, not a rich man, but a man whose heart was finally full. One afternoon, while teaching his students about life choices, someone asked, "Sir, how can we get everything we want?" Hatim smiled. He remembered Baba's wrinkled face. He said softly, "You can't have everything, but you can have what truly matters if you know how to use what you already have." Years passed again. Hatim grew older. He became known as the teacher of the forgotten. He built small schools in villages where education was a dream. People started respecting him, following him, listening to his words. Without realizing it, power had come to him, not the kind that controls people, but the kind that inspires them. One day during a charity event, a young journalist asked him, "Sir, you've earned respect, knowledge, and influence. How did you balance it all?" Hatim paused for a long time. Then he said something that felt like a whisper from the past. "Once, an old wise man told me, if you want one of the three, knowledge, money, or power, use the other two wisely." At first, I chased money and lost myself. Then I sought knowledge and found purpose. And through purpose, power came naturally. But I never wanted all three, because the moment you try to own everything, you become a slave to your desires. The journalist smiled. But what she didn't realize was that Hatim wasn't answering her. He was answering the young, lost boy he once was. That night, Hatim sat on the same rooftop where he used to dream as a teenager. The stars were still there, old, patient, unchanging. He whispered, "Baba, you were right." He realized the meaning of those words at last. Knowledge is the seed, money is the water, and power is the sunlight. If you use one wisely, the others will grow naturally. But if you try to own the garden, you'll end up killing the soil. Years later, when Baba Sadiq passed away, Hatim went back to the banyan tree, the same place where it all began. He placed a small note there, written in trembling handwriting. "You taught me how to balance the three. Knowledge taught me how to earn money with honesty. Money taught me how to use power with kindness. And power taught me how to protect knowledge for others. You were right. Baba, wisdom isn't what we collect, it's what we share." A soft wind blew through the leaves, almost like an answer. And as Hatim walked away, the same children he once taught were now teaching others beneath that very tree. The circle had completed. So when people ask, what's more important, knowledge, money, or power? Remember this: each one is incomplete without the other two. Knowledge without money stays unheard. Money without knowledge becomes blind greed. Power without both becomes destruction. But the one who learns how to use them, not own them, he becomes unstoppable. And maybe that's what the old wise man truly meant. That real greatness is not in choosing what you want, but in learning how to use what you already have. Because in the end, the world doesn't belong to the one who has everything, it belongs to the one who understands everything. Once an old wise man said, if you ever wish to have one of these three, knowledge, money, or power, you must use the other two. And sometimes that one sentence can take an entire lifetime to understand.